We walk our cities every day, rarely thinking about what lies beneath. Under the busy streets, there's a hidden world, forgotten tunnels, storm drains, and abandoned subway stations. In these dark spaces, people have built homes and communities, far from the light of day. Above ground, tent cities appear on the edges of parks and under bridges, sprawling communities for those with nowhere else to go. These aren't just tents, they're organized neighborhoods with their own rules and stories. Often misunderstood, these places are full of people simply trying to survive. The mystery draws us in. Who lives in the shadows? What drives someone to build a home from a tent? It's not just about tunnels or tents. It's about the human spirit's ability to adapt and endure. This journey is about exploring those hidden worlds and meeting the people who call them home. We'll step into the darkness and walk through makeshift streets, listening to stories with open hearts. This isn't about statistics or policy, it's about understanding the raw human experience. It's about finding light in the darkest places and recognizing the humanity that connects us all. Whether in a penthouse or a tent, we're all part of the same city. Underground tunnels aren't just one thing. They're storm drains in Las Vegas, abandoned subway lines in New York, forgotten utility tunnels in Paris. These spaces, never meant for people, have become homes for hundreds seeking anonymity or escape. Tent cities, by contrast, are visible but often ignored, sprawling across public land in cities like Seattle and Los Angeles. They're not random campsites. They're organized communities with makeshift streets, shared kitchens, and leaders. Tunnels offer total isolation, a life off the grid, hidden from society's rules. For some, the darkness is freedom, despite dangers like floods and lack of sanitation. Tent cities arise from a lack of affordable housing and social support. A tent becomes a private space, a small claim in a world that's left them with nothing. Unlike the tunnel's isolation, tent cities foster community. People share food, resources, and support. These places are a visible sign of a city's social problems, a reminder that many have been left behind. Both worlds exist because of complex, often overlooked reasons. They're not just shelters, they're survival strategies. They reveal the gaps in our cities and the resilience of those who live within them. To understand them, we have to look beyond the surface. To understand these worlds, you have to listen to the people who live there. John lives in a storm drain. The hardest part, he says, is the loneliness. Maria, in a tent city, dreams of becoming a veterinary assistant. Her dog Buddy is her constant companion. An older couple has lived underground for over a decade, keeping each other safe and sober. These stories aren't just about hardship. They're about resilience and hope. Life in the tunnels is a battle against the elements, especially water. A sudden rainstorm can turn a tunnel into a deadly torrent, so residents create escape routes and warning systems. The darkness is absolute. Light becomes precious. Candles, lanterns, even solar panels near manholes. Despite harsh conditions, a unique culture emerges. An unwritten code of respect, resourcefulness, and mutual aid. It's a hidden city built on resilience. Life in a tent city is a paradox, visible to all, yet often invisible to society. Residents blend in to avoid attention, knowing visibility can bring danger or eviction. Community is essential. Neighbors watch each other's tents, share meals, and pool resources. Informal leaders mediate disputes and connect with outreach workers. Daily routines, tidying tents, seeking food and water, bring a sense of normalcy. Hygiene is a constant struggle. Some use gym memberships just for showers. Simple acts, like finding clean water, become major parts of the day. Despite hardship, people create a sense of home. Gardens in buckets, decorated tents, makeshift patios. These small touches are acts of defiance, saying, "I am here and I matter." The need for personal space and identity persists, no matter how fragile. In these details, the resilience of the human spirit shines through. Tent cities are more than encampments. They're communities built on hope. They reflect both the failures and the compassion of our cities. In every tent, there's a story of survival. The biggest difference between tunnels and tent cities is social interaction. Tunnels are built for isolation. Long, separate tubes encourage solitude. Community exists, but it's spread out and based on necessity, like sharing flood warnings. Privacy is prized. Neighbors may rarely speak. Tent cities, by contrast, are communal. Tents side by side create a village atmosphere. Proximity fosters interaction, support, and sometimes conflict, but mostly solidarity. Tunnel dwellers aim to remain hidden, surviving by being forgotten by the city above. Their connection to the surface is only for resources. Tent city residents are visible, which brings both help and harassment. Outreach workers and charities bring aid, but visibility also attracts complaints and police sweeps. Tent cities are in constant negotiation with the society around them. They're part of the city, yet not fully accepted. Both worlds reflect the city's inequalities, but in different ways. Their existence is a daily reminder of who gets seen and who gets left behind. Daily life in these worlds is a relentless search for basics: clean water, food, safety. In tunnels, water might come from a leaky pipe. In tent cities, it could mean a long walk to a public fountain. Food is scavenged or provided by charities, and illness is a constant threat without sanitation. The emotional toll is heavy: loneliness, shame, and the feeling of being forgotten. Yet amidst hardship, there are moments of joy: a warm coat, a hot meal, a dry place to sleep. Human connection and creativity bring hope. A homemade radio, a sculpture from scrap metal, a shared laugh. These small victories are everything. Acts of creation reclaim humanity and beauty in harsh environments. The human spirit needs more than food and water. It needs joy, connection, and purpose. Even in the darkest places, people find ways to celebrate life. These moments keep hope alive. They remind us that survival is about more than just getting by. It's about finding meaning, even in struggle. Seeing these worlds, it's natural to ask, what can I do? The most immediate need is basic supplies: clean socks, bottled water, food, toiletries, first aid items. Donating to local outreach groups is a direct way to help. Volunteering your time, serving meals, sorting donations, joining outreach teams makes a real impact. Human connection matters. Listening to someone's story shows they're seen and valued. Challenge your own assumptions. Educate yourself about homelessness and its causes. Understanding leads to compassion, and compassion leads to action. Support policies for affordable housing, mental health care, and job training. Advocate for long-term solutions, not just charity. Contact representatives, support organizations, and speak up in your community. The goal: a society where tunnels and tent cities aren't necessary. Everyone deserves a safe, dignified place to call home. Change starts with empathy and action. Exploring these hidden worlds changed me. Walking through tunnels and tent cities, listening to stories, strips away labels and statistics. You see the father missing his children, the artist still dreaming, the young person searching for belonging. The line between their world and ours is thinner than we think. One or two bad breaks could put anyone there. This realization replaces judgment with shared humanity. The most important thing we can offer is respect, acknowledging someone's existence, using kind words, seeing the person, not their circumstances. A simple act of kindness, a smile, a hello, can restore dignity. Next time you walk your city, remember these hidden worlds and the stories of resilience within them. Choose empathy over apathy, kindness over judgment. Work for a world where no one lives in the shadows. Every person deserves dignity and respect. In the end, we're all just walking each other home. Let's make sure no one is left behind.